Former President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton have agreed to testify in the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee's investigation into sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
A spokesperson for Bill Clinton, Angel Urania, responded to an ex-post from Oversight Committee Chair James Comer, writing, quote, "They negotiated in good faith. You did not. They told you under oath what they know, but you don't care." But the former President and former Secretary of State will be there. They look forward to setting a precedent that applies to everyone.
In a statement on Monday night, Comer said the only reason they have said they agreed to terms is because the House has moved forward with contempt. Those terms lack clarity yet again, and they have provided no dates for their depositions. I will clarify the terms they are agreeing to and then discuss next steps with my committee members.
The Oversight Committee previously voted to advance contempt resolutions for the Clintons to the House floor, but that was suspended Monday night after the Clintons agreed to provide testimony. Democratic Congressman Robert Garcia, the ranking member of the Oversight Committee, said Monday evening, quote, "The Clintons have offered to testify fully to every single request from Chairman Comer and the Republicans, so they've accepted the full offer."
Hillary Clinton's lawyers asked Comer if Hillary, who has never met or spoken to Epstein, could be allowed to make a sworn declaration instead of testifying. Comer responded in a letter obtained by New York Times saying that Hillary Clinton would also submit to an in-person interview if the committee insisted on it.
No former president has appeared before Congress since 1983, and when President Trump was subpoenaed in 2022 by the Select Committee investigating the January the 6th Capitol riot, he sued the panel to try to block it. The panel ultimately withdrew that subpoena.
I might surprise you here, Niall.
Oh.
I have just completely come around to the idea that this is all a witch hunt at this point.
Oh, wow.
And I don't care if the
Wow.
Clintons, I don't think they have anything they need to testify about, nor does Trump for that matter, with relation to Epstein. There is no, now we have, again, we're treated to these blasts of emails that are very embarrassing for a lot of famous people who had incredibly poor judgment, still trading emails with a known sex offender late into the 20-teens. We know all these names by now: Stacey Plaskett, Stephen Bannon, Larry Summers, Noam Chomsky, Richard Branson. All these people. Elon Musk revealed that he asked to be at a party at the island when he said he never done. Not that he was necessarily there, but he wanted to be there. All embarrassing for people. No evidence of any of these people doing sex crimes with children. A man who consciously wanted to blackmail everyone. It's more, the most damning is Bill Gates and that kind of whatever he arranged or covered up. Again, not with underage people, but with Russian prostitutes or something of the like. That's neither here nor there. None of it involves the Clintons or the Trumps. None of it, people only were interested in this subject, I'm convinced, to the extent they could persecute their identifiable political enemies. First, the right, with thinking this was all going to be Democratic pedos, and now Democrats taking up the cause, thinking this is going to be what gets Trump. And I say to hell with it, honestly.
So we have one of these rising interminglings of the political lines here, because firstly, I do think the Epstein stuff is very important. I take the point about the difference between knowing Jeffrey Epstein and criminal wrongdoing. That's a very clear distinction. But I think it is important that we find out as much as possible about the predations of this man and who was in any way wrapped up in them. Now, there is no, in terms of Bill Clinton and a requirement to testify, I think he should testify, actually. Now, Hillary Clinton, I think there is a bigger question there if she genuinely has never had any contact with Epstein. But the point is, subpoenas to testify before Congress should be obeyed universally, in my view. And you can make the case that it's political and it's a witch hunt and all that, but the subpoena is still the subpoena.
Fascinating.
There we
Look
go.
at
Completely different and unexpected. Up next, looks like President Trump is getting pushback from various sides as protests continue in Minneapolis. I'll talk more about all that in my notes, so stick around for that.